we are back. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I am seeing this movie tomorrow. I cannot wait to watch this fucking movie. I've been waiting so long for a sequel to Deadpool 2, especially how after Deadpool 2 ended with the time travel shenanigans and stuff like that. 6 years ago. It came out 6 years ago. We've waited 6 years for a Deadpool sequel, and especially a Deadpool 3, the MCU version of the Deadpool movies. Let's talk about this fucking movie, man. What I want to go over is some of my expectations for the movie, my theories, my speculation, what I want to see, what I don't want to see, and just overall just talk about this movie because I am so fucking excited. I am so goddamn excited, guys. This movie is going to be it's going to be crazy for sure. I don't want to, just go out and say, yeah, it's going to be a perfect movie. I don't know. I don't know if it is. It could, for all I know, it could suck. For all I know, it can suck. But goddamn it, I hope it doesn't. So, let's talk about a little bit of what I am expecting for this movie. Number one, I kind of want to get into, Sean Levy as a director. I really love Sean Levy as a director, man. He's made just a ton of different movies. Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. He's made Free Guy, which I really enjoyed. There's this really underrated drama comedy with Jason Bateman and Adam Driver and Catherine Hahn. Who else is in there? Rose Byrne is in there. Very underrated movie called This Is Where I Leave You. Solid movie. Really love Sean Levy as a director. He also made the Night at the Museum movies. Really solid director, man. And I could not be happier that he is getting his flowers with the movie, because some of the reactions have come out and they're all very positive. I don't want to read too much into them because sometimes they spoil stuff. I actually got a spoiler, and I don't know if it's correct, but I got a spoiler. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But I mean, Marvel did say that they planted fake spoilers and leaks so that they can throw people off. Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to see this movie in less than 24 hours anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point, right? But okay. Sean Levy, I expect Sean Levy to handle this story with care. He is someone who cares about characters. And obviously Ryan Reynolds cares about the Deadpool character. Hugh Jackman cares about the Wolverine character. And, Sean Levy as a director who cares about characters. When you put all three of them together, I feel like magic is going to be made. So this has to be a character-driven story. The cameos and stuff, it's cool. It's honestly very cool. But at the end of the day, I just want to see a really good story and a really good movie with these two characters in there. Because, we grew up with these characters, man. I was 16 when the first Deadpool movie came out. And I was 17 when Logan came out. Or sorry, no, I was 16 when Logan came out too. Yeah, they came out basically the same year. I think. Right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I fully expect Sean Levy to handle these characters with care, man, because he has done it before with other characters. He's made me care about his characters in his movies. So, there's that. Number two, I really want to see, Wolverine and Deadpool just killing everybody. I really want to see that. I don't expect it. I mean, clearly it's a rated R movie, and these two are known for being violent. I just want to see them kill people. That sounds really bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just want to see them kill people and just a very gory and bloody movie. And I need this to match the tone to the original Deadpool movies, which from everything that we're reading, it's probably it's probably going to be. Hold on. Relentlessly irritating with cheap jokes instead of steak. Huh. That's a negative review right there. Entertainment Weekly. Wow. Okay. That's what they think, huh? Interesting. I will have to report back. Anyway. Yes. I just need this to be a bloody, gory mess. And I need the jokes to be terrible. Like terrible as in like, oh, you can't get away with that. But you can, because it's Deadpool. I need that. So yeah, that's something that I'm fully expecting, and I granted I will probably get that, because like I said, the director Sean Levy, he cares about these characters. Next thing, the movie is it's described as a tribute to the Fox universe, right? The Fox Marvel universe. Clearly, you can tell because of the trailers. If you guys haven't watched the trailers, actually, I won't spoil it, but the Fox universe, right? Deadpool and this version of Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, they were both in it. So like, it's clearly going to be a Fox tribute. That being said, a lot of talk about cameos and things of that nature have been surrounding this movie, and I feel like that's also something that we can expect to see. A lot of cameos. Again, Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they all care about their characters, so I feel like these cameos aren't just going to be like, oh, look at that, we know that person. I feel like the cameos will have meaning and have some weight to the story, to the overall story, not just, hey, look, remember that they were in the older movies? I feel like they're going to treat those characters with respect wherever and whoever the characters that they bring in as cameos are. I feel like they have a place for it, and it's not just meaningless cameos. So here are some cameos that I'm very excited to see, and I expect to see, and that I want to see in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, because again, it is described as a tribute and a love letter to the Fox Marvel movies. So, going based upon that, oh my God, I need to see this team, man. These movies, okay, looking back at it, these movies aren't great, but they are fucking fun movies, man. Especially Rise of the Silver Surfer. I actually adore Rise of the Silver Surfer sometimes, man. God, I need to see you, Jessica. I need Jessica Alba back in this in on the big screen. I haven't seen her in anything in a very long time. Look at this cast. Just do me a favor. Just look at that. Look at that cast. Look at those eyes. Look at those beautiful eyes. Anyway, I really want to see this Fantastic Four. Nothing has been said about them ever. I want to see this Fantastic Four. That also gives Chris Evans the perfect excuse to come back before Secret Wars and do the Johnny Storm cameo that he's always wanted to do. He's talked about the Johnny Storm cameo for such a long time. This is my Fantastic Four. This is the Fantastic Four that I grew up with. I was 5 years old when I saw this movie, and I thought that these were the coolest superheroes. And honestly, the movies aren't even that bad. They're dumb fun. I'll say that. They're dumb fun. I feel like this is the perfect Fantastic Four cast. Sue Storm, Jessica Alba, she was terrific. They definitely did over-sexualize her a little bit, but I mean, she's fucking gorgeous. And I'm not mad at it, honestly. They also over-sexualized Chris Evans, right? He was just a fucking player in these movies. But, beautiful man. So, again, I'm not mad at it. This Reed Richards is honestly who I wanted to see pop up in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness more than I wanted to see John Krasinski. I wanted to see him as the Fantastic Four from the Illuminati. But yeah, man, I really want to see them pop up. because they are a part of the Fox Marvel universe. They did talk about, doing a crossover, X-Men versus Fantastic Four with this team versus the X-Men. And then they also tried it with the 2015 Fantastic Four and then the new X-Men team that Fox, kind of tried to put us on before it ultimately got bought out. So yeah, definitely need to see some of Jessica Alba. I mean the Fantastic Four. Definitely need to see them. Next, this one's gonna be it's a deep cut. Okay. This next one is a deep cut for sure. Okay. Let me get the story straight. So apparently back then, when Fox was still in charge, they were going to do a Gambit solo movie. Attached to play Gambit was Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum called this role the dream role for him. He loved Gambit. He even showed up at Comic-Con talking about Gambit, seeing how excited he was to play Gambit. And you know what? This was him at Comic-Con. I believe this was... When was this? Yeah, I don't know when this was. But this is him in a Gambit shirt. He was there. He was signed and everything. Ultimately, it got canceled. Which sucks. Which fucking sucks for him because he was so excited. Now, here's why I think this could happen. Here's why I think we could at least get him in this movie. If you don't remember, if you didn't watch Free Guy, Channing Tatum actually cameos in the movie. He cameos in the movie as another gamer. So him, Sean Levy, and Ryan Reynolds, they're cool. They're tight, right? So that just gives me all the hope in the world that I can possibly have that this will actually happen. It's just perfect. It's perfect, right? Channing Tatum has been wanting to do this for years. It got taken away from him. Excuse me. It got taken away from him. This is a love letter to Fox Marvel. So, hey, they also work together with the director, with Ryan Reynolds, Channing Tatum. They all work together. Do it. Do it, please. Even for like 2 seconds. This is one of those cameos that I don't need it to be like fully story driven. Just show him in costume or something in the background or something. And my heart will be happy for him. This is one of those movies that, I wish I could have seen. It's not like I'm a huge Gambit fan, but just the story behind, him being so excited to play the character, and ultimately the movie got canceled. And yeah, man, it's just one of those sadder stories. And he talks about it now. He's like so sad that he never got the chance to play him. Do it. I hope. Fingers crossed. That's something that I want to see. Next, okay. Let's talk about this. Like I said again, this is going to be a love letter to Fox Marvel. This is going to be a love letter to Fox Marvel. So clearly, we have to get some cameos from Fox Marvel characters. So Charles Xavier, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy, Mystique, fucking Evan Peters maybe as like actual Quicksilver this time, not Ralph Boner from WandaVision. So this is probably the biggest thing, right? Storm. This is probably the biggest thing that's guaranteed to happen, is that it's not going to be this version of the X-Men, but it's going to be all the old actors who played them in the Fox Marvel universe. So it's like in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it was, Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, but he was not in that wheelchair. He was in the comic accurate wheelchair and stuff like that. So it might be one of those situations, okay? But regardless, it's a love letter to the Fox universe. Gotta throw them in there, you know what I mean? And it's just perfect because Hugh Jackman comes back. Everybody comes back. It's cool. I would love to see James McAvoy and the Days of Future Past crew come back, because those movies, Days of Future Past is honestly one of my favorite Marvel movies ever made. And it's a Fox Marvel movie. You know? I mean, okay, well, yeah. Maybe show them. I don't know. I just really want to see Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy as Magneto and Charles Xavier again. But, I mean, if you want to bring back everybody else for a little bit, sure. I'm not going to be mad at it. Definitely won't be mad at it. But, yeah. It's a tribute. It's supposed to be a tribute to the Fox Marvel universe. Got to throw them in there. This one is a little bit more... This one's a little bit more out there. And it's probably not going to happen, but might as well, right? We already got him before. Why not get him again? Spider-Man, right? It's, like I said, this is a tribute to the Fox Marvel movies. If you didn't know, Tobey Maguire was supposed to cameo in that X-Men movie. In that original X-Men movie, he was supposed to cameo as Spider-Man to kind of connect those two universes together. Not the original X-Men movie, sorry. I believe it was the other way around. Wolverine was supposed to be in a Spider-Man movie. Something like that. But, something like that. Right? So they're supposed to be technically connected. Or in the same universe, at least. They just never showed it on camera. Go ahead, look it up. It's a pretty interesting story about, you know, why they weren't able to make that crossover happen. But, you know, he already came back for Spider-Man No Way Home. I can imagine that, hey, maybe after he got sent back from Spider-Man No Way Home, he ended up in the void. Same thing with Andrew Garfield. I probably put more money on this because, you know, Kevin Feige knows that he wants Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman together. Hugh Jackman has talked about, you know, wanting to play with Spider-Man, and you know, I feel like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is just, it's perfect for Hugh Jackman and the Fox Marvel characters and stuff like that. So, this one, it's not that big of a probability, not that high of a probability that it'll happen, but I can dream. Who knows? Maybe I'll see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and the original X-Men appear, but probably not. All right, another thing. This movie does take place in the MCU, technically. Give me a fucking Hulk versus Wolverine fight. If this is really Hugh Jackman's last time playing Wolverine, he hasn't outright come up and said that. But if this is really his last time playing them, dude, give me a Hulk versus Wolverine. Wolverine's first appearance in the comics came in an Incredible Hulk comic. And he fought the Wolverine. So give me something like this, man. Give me something. That'd be fucking... Oh, my God. The roof would come off of the movie theater if this happened. Fuck it. Give it to me, man. I just want to see that. That would be really cool. Again, I don't know story-wise how they can rope that in there. It might not even make that much sense. I don't know. But if they find a way to make it work, cool. Give it to me. I want it to make sense. That's my biggest thing. I want everything to make sense and have a purpose. If it doesn't have a purpose, I don't know, save it for Secret Wars if they find a purpose for it. I mean, Secret Wars probably makes more sense anyway because that's a part of the whole idea of like the Marvel universe, the MCU universe, coming together with the Fox Marvel characters. So, you know, that might make more sense. But if we get the chance to do it here, I would love to see Hulk versus Wolverine. So, yeah. Here's another thing. Because this is a tribute, once again, this is a tribute to the Fox Marvel characters. And we know that the X-Men are coming in the MCU. I kind of just have a feeling that the MCU X-Men team is going to be at least hinted at. Someone, maybe even the MCU X-Men. Or sorry, the X-Men, the MCU Wolverine. Maybe he's going to get introduced. we'll finally get that little image of Taron Egerton, and it's like kind of a moment of Hugh Jackman passing it on. You know, maybe. By the way, this fucking team looks terrible, but yeah. So I don't know. I just want to see some kind of hint, like, hey, like, make it definitive. Hey, Hugh Jackman's back, but he's not gonna be back forever. So we're also gonna give you, you know, the Wolverine that like we're gonna move forward with in the MCU. Or maybe even like a Charles Xavier that we're going to move forward with. You know, anybody. Any Marvel character. Give us Cyclops. Hey, I'm the MCU Cyclops. He can, you know, just pop in and from a different reality or something. I don't know, man. Just make it make sense. But I pretty much think this is the perfect time to kind of introduce someone from the new team that's going to actually stick around for the future of the MCU. Because, you know, we're probably going to get all these cameos from the Fox universe, but they're not going to stick around to be the future, you know, to be in Marvel Studios' X-Men movie. They're probably not going to be in there. They'll probably, if anything, come back for Secret Wars so that we can do that whole, you know, Avengers Endgame kind of big scene, portal scene and whatever with like all these legacy characters. But that's about it. I don't see them moving forward in the future new rebooted X-Men movies with these old actors. So give us someone, okay? Most likely it'll probably be Wolverine. We'll see a glimpse of the MCU Wolverine, maybe. Maybe the post-credit scene hints at it. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, but yeah, that's probably the most likely thing that's gonna happen, to me at least. All right, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Deadpool and Wolverine. I see that tomorrow. So, again, I'm going to probably live stream and talk about the movie. I'm going to wait until the spoilers, until at least a lot of people get a chance to see it, to talk about spoilers and stuff. I will be doing a video on, you know, my reaction to it and my out-of-theater reaction and just quick review of the movie. Probably do that in my car or something. I'm not going to set up all this for that. But then for the live stream, you know, we're going to be talking more about spoilers and stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications if you guys don't want to miss that.